again everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another speed build video in The Sims 4. Happy Sunday, I hope you're all having the most amazing day ever so far and thank you so much for joining me here today. Today we are back, we are building in Moonwood Mills, which is the new world that's come with our brand new game pack, The Sims 4 Werewolves. We're building on the 20x15 lot again, and I say again because the very first build that I did in this world was a werewolf starter home. I will link that up in the top right hand corner for you now. If you haven't seen that already, please check it out. But we did build on this lot for that house, but I had in mind that I wanted to build like a shack for like a lone wolf werewolf, if that makes sense. A little bit of a play on words. I thought it was really clever. It's probably not as clever as I think it is, but I love how this house turned out. I love the color scheme. I love how put together it looks, in terms of it looks like a werewolf has moved onto this lot and just built a house with their own two hands. So I'm hoping that you guys have some sort of use for this. Do you have a sim in mind as to who you might want to live here? But yes, very happy with how it turned out. I did play around with some color schemes just to start off with because I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do with this, because I've already done a werewolf starter house, which I mentioned at the beginning. I've also done like a rundown farmhouse that's been taken over by a family of werewolves. I'll also link that one in the top right hand corner for you now. I've been on a complete building binge since this pack was released because I've been feeling a little bit stagnant with my builds lately, and I feel like this game pack's given me a new lease of life because it allows me to create different kinds of houses. I was sort of getting into a bit of a rut with like suburban family houses and like generations houses and things like that. I love doing those types of builds, excuse me, but I also love doing these more rundown builds because they are just so full of character and you can really get so creative with them. So that's one of the reasons that I love doing builds like this. Another reason is I used to do builds like this, I say back in the day, a few years ago when I first started on Tumblr, I used to do builds like this in The Sims 3, and then when The Sims 4 came out I did more builds like this as well. And then when I started my YouTube channel I started to delve more into more complex house designs. If I showed you guys one of the first builds that I ever did, it's embarrassing. I don't know if I can even dig it out of the archive at this point, but I'll see if I can and I'll post it on my community tab, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss that one. But if I can dig it out I'll definitely post it on there. Anyway, we are currently working on the exterior here. This build didn't take me long to do at all, really. I want to say maybe an hour and a half, give or take, when I was stopping and sort of starting, having breaks, getting coffee, things like that. I did start it this morning, so it is Sunday today. I usually post just once on a weekend, and since the pack was released, this will be my third video. As I said, I've just had a new lease of life with building, and it's been really refreshing. I don't know if anyone else has sort of felt that, but I'm also planning on doing, I did talk about this before as well, I am planning on doing a world overview as well as a build buy overview for anybody that hasn't bought the pack yet and you're a little bit on the fence. If you want to see anything else, drop me a comment down below if there's anything specific that you'd like to see, and if enough people need it then I'll absolutely do my best to cater for that. But anyway, here we are. I've pretty much settled on the colour scheme here, and as I was saying, the whole idea behind this house is that it's very just run down, and it's just somewhere for the sim that lives here to just live. You know, it's not fancy, it's not expensive. I think it came in at around 26,000 simoleons. Now I wasn't actually paying attention to that in terms of like, I wasn't thinking, oh, this needs to be as cheap as possible, so it's definitely cheaper than I had imagined. Although I don't tend to build very many one bedroom, one bathroom houses. It's been a long time since before the Werewolves pack came out since I've actually done something like this. So again, really refreshing and just a nice change of pace, I guess. And I haven't actually explored any of the gameplay as of yet. I am waiting to start our Let's Play for that. I'm hoping this week, it might seem a bit ambitious, but I'm hoping to record 3 videos this week because next weekend I am in Edinburgh with my mum and my sister, so I'm going to have a video scheduled to post while I'm away. Now, I have from Thursday until the following Monday off work. So we're actually going away Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So I think we're back Sunday evening, so I'm not away that long, but I want to make sure that you all have a video while I'm gone. So I'm thinking of doing the world overview this week coming, along with a build buy overview, and then next weekend will possibly be our first episode of our new Let's Play. I'm really nervous. I've talked about this before as well. I'm so nervous to post a Let's Play because it's very different from posting speed builds, because with speed builds, you build and then you compile the footage and you speed it up and then you do the voiceover on top. With Let's Plays, you voice over as you go along, and for someone who hasn't played The Sims in such a long time, I'm just a little bit nervous that I'm going to be rusty, so please be kind when I do post the first episode. I'm hoping that you all enjoy it. Everyone seems to be really excited, and I am excited, but I'm also really nervous as well, so just bear with me. I will get better. I want to start posting more varied content on the channel, along with some more creator sims, because I posted a creator sim video. I'll link that up in the top right hand corner for you now as well, where we made our sim for the Let's Play. Obviously, because the pack came with new clothes, hairstyles, etc., I'll probably edit her before we start the Let's Play, and then we can just delve into it, and then I can talk through what we're going to be doing. Like, I have no idea what we're going to be doing. I know we're going to be using the starter house that I built a few days ago. That's definitely part of the plan. I am also currently in the process of building, I don't want to spoil it, a community lot for this world. That's all I'm going to say, is I am building a community lot for this world, and I'm hoping to have that done before the Let's Play starts, but I'm just thinking I'm ahead because I'm working up until Wednesday this week. I'm being really ambitious with how many videos I want to get out this week, so I'm not going to promise anything, but that is the plan. Anyway, the exterior is done, as I've been having a cheeky ramble as I usually do, and we are moving on to the interior. As you can see, it's very small, but that was the whole idea for this house. It definitely isn't supposed to be grand. It's definitely not a mansion. It's kind of like got this weird treehousey vibe. I did a treehouse build when the little campus kit came out. I'll link that video in the top right hand corner for you now as well if you want to see that. That was a really fun build. I had a lot of fun doing that, actually. I'm trying to explore more build options as well as providing more varied content on the channel, just because you can get stuck in this rut of just doing family homes, family apartments, family this, family that, family the other. Not everyone plays with families. Some people play with single sims, some people play with couples. I'm trying to just cover all bases, and I'm also trying to have fun at the same time, so just bear with me and I will get into some sort of groove. But I'm on a building binge right now, so just enjoy it. I've done 3 videos in the last 3 days, I think 3 or 4 days. I'm so proud of myself because, as I said, I was in this rut, and it looks like this pack has gotten me out of it, which is fantastic news. So the interior here, I am messing around with various different sort of items just to see sort of what I was wanting this to look like. It's very rare that I start an interior of a build and know exactly what I want it to look like and what color schemes I want to go for. Sometimes I have a colour scheme in mind, but for builds such as this, colour schemes are definitely not even a thing. It's definitely more about the feel and the vibe that the entire house gives off. And obviously the feel and the vibe for this house is that it's been put together by a werewolf, and it's like a shack. So obviously it's called a lone wolf shack. I'm still really proud that I thought of that. I don't really know why, because it's nothing to be proud of, but I just think it's a really clever play on words. Anyway, so the kitchen, dining, living area, if you want to call it that, is all open plan. There is a bathroom on the ground floor, and then on the upper floor is just the 1 bedroom. And I did use ladders in this build because I felt like it was just appropriate for the style. I didn't want to use stairs because they seemed a little bit too not obvious, that's a silly word to use, a little bit too like not makeshifty. Oh, I'm so not good at explaining things. Anyway, I also struggled with the kitchen because I didn't want to give this werewolf a coffee machine and a microwave, because I'm thinking, well, how realistic is that? If they're kind of living off the grid, and I'm using the air quotations, off the grid, you might want to do off the grid gameplay with this house and this sim. I've no idea how that would work, but I use like the cheapest fridge, the cheapest oven and things like that just to make it look just really like grungy and run down. I love the items that came from this pack. I cannot say it enough. The items from this pack are amazing. They are so detailed and they've got their own theme going on, and I think I said in a previous speed build that they would be perfect for a rags to riches challenge, and I stand by that because I genuinely think they would be perfect for a rags to riches challenge, as well as obviously doing your werewolf let's plays or just playthroughs as well. So this is the living area, again doing the air quotations. This is the living area. This sofa came from the Werewolves pack as well. It's probably my favourite item that came with this pack, along with we got like a little moon lamp, which I do end up putting on the side table here, and I really love that item as well. It's very hard for me to pick specifics out for the build by items in this pack, but this sofa is definitely in the top 3 for me. Definitely. And that's the moon lamp that I was referring to. It's all just perfect. It's just perfect. I love these items so much. I don't think I can say it enough. I'm gonna give it a go, but I love them so much. And then I end up changing out, so these curtains, well, the green ones that were sort of draped over the windows initially, they're from the new pack. For some reason, I just couldn't make them work in this particular build, but in my previous 2 builds, I have used them. So I just decided to use some base game curtains instead. And now we've moved on to the bedroom, and it's a very decent sized space, excuse me, up here. I put like a punching bag up here so that they can, so your werewolf sim can like practice for the fights that they might get themselves into. And there's a bookcase up here, there's a chest of drawers, there's a little fireplace as well. Essentially it's just like a little hangout for a single lonely sim to live out their days in peace. So I really like it. You'll have to let me know what you think down in the comments below. But we are pretty much done with this build, so I will wrap up here. But you can get this house from the gallery right now. My origin ID, of course, is RachelPedd. Tray files, as always, are linked down in the description box below. You can get them for free from Sim File Share. But thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining me here today. You all take care, and I will see you next time I post a video. Bye!